So welcome to one of the meeting rooms. I'm going to show you a few different ones in the space throughout this video because I think they're so cool and each one has their own unique theme. But I'm really excited to share a productive day in the life behind the scenes with you all. As you might know, I have many different kinds of tasks that I do. Being a YouTube creator, an influencer, an author, a semi-blogger, a business owner or entrepreneur, there are so many different things that I need to get done on any given day or week, and I definitely am one to need to multitask, but I love my job because it allows me to really be creative, and I also just love being busy. I love being productive. And I'm really excited for this video to be partnering with ASUS. They generously sent me their new laptop. It's the ZenBook Duo 14, and I actually can't begin to tell you how perfect the timing was. My old laptop, which I have used for the last 12 years, actually just didn't make it, and I really was in need of a new laptop. And I'm so impressed with how easy it's been to navigate this new laptop. I love all the new features, so I'm going to share with you how it's actually helping me to multitask, be more productive, enjoy all the different jobs that I have to get done on any given day or week, and be really creative. It honestly just makes a lot of the tasks that I do a lot easier. All right, so I'm going to share with you the first task that I'm going to start my day with at the office, which is replying to your beautiful comments on my most recent YouTube video. So I usually do this every Wednesday morning when I get to the office, and it's one of my favorite things to do. But I actually want you to come around here and just see how I do it, because I've changed it up and there's a little bit of multitasking going on now, which makes my life so much easier. And by multitasking, I don't mean juggling two different completely unrelated tasks. I mean working more efficiently by trying to get tasks that complement one another done around the same time. So come around here, lovely, and have a little peek. So one thing that I love, now let me just preface that I have not been a PC girl for a while, and it literally took me like no time at all to get the hang of this laptop. So I'm actually not very tech savvy. If you really know my story of YouTube, I had to Google how to use YouTube and upload my first video. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. I'm all self-taught. So to reply to your comments, I've actually set up some different task groups. So I tap that little button here, because everything is touchscreen, by the way. And then I just figured this out yesterday. You can actually label your task groups. So I've got YouTube comments here, and it just sets up my task. Like, what? How simple is that? I so appreciate anything that makes my life easier and stress-free. And also, I'm not gonna have any unnecessary tabs or browsers open, because this is setting me up to get my task done, focus on that, and not be distracted by anything else. So having this second screen got me thinking about ways that I can work smarter and not harder, and maximize my productivity and output in meaningful ways. So using the ScreenPad Plus, I'm really intentionally multitasking, where I have my YouTube comments displayed and I can reply to them while pulling my favorite ones to feature in my IG graphics that I'm making on a website called Canva. So I feel like this really improves my productivity, efficiency. I'm multitasking because the second screen makes it so easy that I don't actually feel like I'm juggling another task. It's just part of the overall process of replying to your lovely comments. And then a little cheat that I do when I'm now designing my thumbnails for YouTube as well is using the second screen. I actually display either my most recent videos, so I'll hop into my YouTube channel, display my videos down below as a reference, or I will head to someone else's channel and have their videos displayed, just so I have that inspiration while designing my thumbnails in Canva on the main screen. And it really helps just to be able to have a second glance at other designs. And again, just makes me feel like I'm being more creative because I can use that as a visual cue. So I find that really handy. And I put a lot of time into my thumbnails. They often take me at least an hour. And I feel like this also just makes it a lot easier. So that's my little thumbnail hack for anyone out there. So getting all of my tasks done, whether they're really creative or more admin sort of things, it's as simple as just dragging and dropping whatever is on the screen, and I can pop it on the large screen. I can switch them back with the tap of a switch and reverse whatever was on the small screen versus large screen. And you can even pull up multiple things all at once. So if I wanted to access perhaps my sticky notes, I can open them up. I can then drag them down to the bottom screen. I can shrink them as well. So now that they're only going to take up a smaller part of the screen, I can even bring down my YouTube channel and again, shrink that to take up a smaller part of the screen, and I can even have 3 tabs open at once on the bottom. I also really like the tilt feature that reduces the glare on this second screen. It just makes it a lot easier to see what's on the screen. And it also means it's got improved thermal performance, so you do not need to worry about your laptop overheating like my old one used to do a lot. It used to drive me crazy. Also, the designs of the screen gives you this really immersive viewing experience, especially if you're watching maybe a video like one of my YouTube videos, because it's got this dual screen which has a 4-sided frameless nano edge display, and it's super bright, and it also has a 93% screen to body ratio, which is amazing. Also, as you know, I have my stationery line and digital planners, so this laptop is actually Pantone validated for professional grade color accuracy. So if you're a designer, an artist, or an art major, this is so handy. I could definitely have utilized this feature back when I designed my stationery, and I'll definitely be utilizing it when I'm creating new designs like my digital planners. The next task I want to share with you some behind the scenes of, and how I operate this in a really productive kind of way, or really efficiently, is how I go about planning out my Instagram content, how I write my captions, and how I plan out the sort of topics that I'm going to be covering on any given week. So as you know, my Instagram stories, I post them pretty much in real time, but my IG captions, I actually don't post them in real time because I like that I can set aside an afternoon or a couple hours throughout the week and really get into that writing flow. I love the writing aspect of my work. I love to be creative in different ways, not just with photography or filming, but even with the things that I write. And that's where I really enjoy putting out content on Instagram. So the way I've been going about writing my IG captions lately is I've made another task group. I think I mentioned this, but I only just realized that you could label them. So now it's really easy. I have one for script writing, thumbnails, Planoly, because that's where I write my captions, and my YouTube comments. So for this one, I've just got Planoly. It's a website, it's on my main screen, and that's where I'll write out my captions. But I actually have my Instagram feed down below in the second screen, that ScreenPad Plus. And this way I can use that as a reference to see what sort of things have I been posting recently, make sure that everything visually looks really nice, but that the content is also really broad and holistic. I don't just want to be covering productivity tips or wellness tips or organizational tips. I want to be doing it all for you because I know each one of you is requesting different kind of stuff, and I just love making all that sort of content. So it's really handy that I can have my IG feed displayed down below, again, as a little creative reference or visual reference. And I know that whatever content I'm going to be writing, I can be inspired by my most recent pieces that I've put out there, and even just see what the comments on those posts have been to see if you'd like more of that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do for the next little while. And it's time to pop on my reading glasses because I cannot work and stare at my laptop for too long without them. And I've still got some tea, so let's get into some writing. All right, so this is by far my favorite task group, how I've designed it. So for script writing, I just tap that one here, and I've got my Word doc, my Excel spreadsheet, and of course my Spotify playlist going because I need my music. But if you're a student and you have essays that you're working on, you could have your document for writing out your essay on the second screen down below, and then have your relevant articles or web browsers open up here, and you can pull relevant information as you go. So it's really nice that it's all set out like this, all in front of you. And also I really like the ergonomic design of the second screen. So it's really comfortable when you're typing. It just makes it feel a little bit more natural. Also, seeing as I'm someone that cannot sit still for very long and I move around the space all the time, it's really nice that the lightweight design of this laptop makes it so portable, and it's just so convenient to take around with me, whether I'm coming from my house to the co-working space or just moving about the rooms in here. Plus the battery life being over 17 hours, I don't even have to take my charger with me, which means more room in my bag for snacks.